Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining today, and also a huge thank you to the team for inviting me to speak to you today. So I'm going to show you the benefits of using Symetri developed software Navigate, specifically focusing on architecture, MEP and sustainability. I'll introduce you to the Symetri organisation, talk briefly about our own tech solutions, and I'll then focus on how Navigate specifically can help improve your company's efficiency and accelerate your BIM projects. Bit of a background on myself. My name is Maria McNamara. I'm with Symetri for over 4 years now, specialising in AEC software, namely BIM 360, ACC, Revit, Navisworks and AutoCAD. We help our customers with the implementation of their BIM projects and support them with their software and workflows throughout the project lifecycle. We also provide contract project work for our customers, as well as providing software support and training. At Symetri, they have continuously expanded to provide even better leading edge solutions and services to more markets. The company as a whole now consists of 1,000 employees in 33 offices from 23 acquisitions spanning 7 countries. And we're now providing solutions for our 400,000 daily users. We're Autodesk's largest solutions partner globally, an Autodesk Platinum Partner for both the AEC and the MFG industry, Autodesk Learning Partner, Authorized Training Centre, as well as an Autodesk Global Service Provider. And our long experience of working with our customers has given us insights into their needs and requirements. And this has led to the development of the Symetri technology add-ins that I'll be speaking to you about today. The Symetri technology solutions are developed with the mission to help companies to be more productive in their daily operations and remove waste from their business processes. Now, Navigate provides best-in-class workflows and performances to accelerate building and infrastructure design. You have Civilia, which helps companies create and manage product design and product information and integrate it with the various value chains over the product lifecycle. With Symetri CQ products, you can optimize licenses, help mitigate compliance risks, and reduce costs related to the license deployment processes. Navigate is an automation tool that works directly in the software itself as an add-in. It's available for Revit, for Civil 3D, works with the cloud platforms, and licensing needs of the customers. Within the collection for Navigate for Revit, all bases are covered with the different tools for the different disciplines, each containing a set of functions to help automate some of the day-to-day tasks that just have to be done, and others to make modelling that bit easier and quicker. Starting with Navigate Accelerate, which are our core tools, and these aren't discipline specific. So with colouring the elements in your model, you have filters and overrides in your visibility graphics, but you're limited to categories. But with the Colour Elements tool, you can do it not just by category, but you can drill right down to the parameters within those families. So it's a great way to do a compliance check. And here we use the example of checking the fire ratings of the walls in the model. You select the category first, then filter further by either instance or type parameters, each value being given a colour. Now then, these can be added as a view filter, or they can also be added as a view filter to a view template. Editing parameters is definitely a favourite of mine. So I was recently doing some project work for a client, and they needed COBie data added to families within the model. And the edit parameter function here makes it very quick and easy to do just that. So you select the category, and then similar to the colour elements you just saw, you can then specify the parameters within those families that you want to edit, and allows you to edit all of that information within a dialog box without having to create schedules to do so. Now, in saying that, you can create schedules from the list of parameters that you have specified. You can also use the Combine Parameters tool. So this This tool will take information from a couple of parameters that you already have in your families. It'll combine them, and then you can input that combined data into another parameter. Writing parameters to a 3D zone is a great way to add a parameter to multiple families at once. And we use the example of like a hospital or a hotel that you can divide into blocks using the Create 3D Zone from a Scope Box tool. Then the blocks can be specific to floor levels, or you can cover all the levels in one. Then you can add information to all of those families in that block at once. Creating your views and sheets are a must-do task in Revit, and unfortunately sometimes they can take up quite a bit of your time. With the commands in Manage Sheets and Views, you can automate some of these tasks by creating a number of empty sheets in one go, using a sheet already in your project as a template, and editing both the sheet name and the sheet number. You can create sheets and add views to them, again using a sheet already in your project as a template. You can quickly filter through your views to select the required ones. Use the placement of the template view to position the views on the new sheets, and also include any legends or schedules that are on that template sheet. You can edit your sheet parameters in this dialog box as well, but if you choose to edit them after, there is a dedicated Edit Sheet Parameters function, which will allow you to do this. In out-of-the-box Revit, as we say, adding revisions to your sheets can be a tedious job, going into each individual sheet and adding each revision individually. But with the Navigate Revision Manager, you can add any number of revisions to any or all of your sheets at once from the one dialog box. The Manage Project function has a handy set of tools that will allow you to manage all of the CAD files that are in your project. You can see which views they've been linked or imported to, and you can delete them from here. Similarly, you can do the very same with your view filters, seeing which views they have been added to and removing them from here as well. Now, at the end of the week, you may be required to share your model, and clearing it of unneeded views and sheets can take quite a lot of time. But with Navigate, it automatically applies a Do Not Purge parameter to your sheets, your views, legends, and images, so that you can specify what needs to be removed and kept. It then creates a copy of your model and can be saved on your PC or directly to a project in Autodesk Docs if you are collaborating on a job. Again, you are at the end of the week and you need to publish your sheets. You need to export your 2D and your 3D views. It has to be done, but again, this will always take time. With the Publish function in Navigate, you can edit your settings for your CAD files, your Navis files, IFC and PDF files. And with the CAD files, you can split them out into 2D and 3D as well. You select from a view or sheet set to quicken the process or a view list. You publish these files to your PC, your server, or again, you can publish them straight to Autodesk Docs. You can also save these settings so that next week when you go to publish again, you just select your saved settings and click Publish. Now on to Navigate Architecture. So here in Navigate Architecture, we have windows and door tools. So you can manage all of your window and doors in these dedicated set of tools. Select from parameters and numbering system to populate your UIDs. You can reorder them quickly just by selecting them, and you can also manage the swing and count of both. In this dialog box, you can specify the original swing direction, whether it has been flipped or not. You can apply 2 type parameters to all, showing the total number of doors and windows of that type, and also the total number of the type with that swing direction. Create door and window drawings quickly through this dialog box, specifying the types to be included, the views that need to be created, include tags and schedules, and create and add them to sheets all in one go. This room drawings tool has been a huge time saver for a number of our clients. If you take, again, using the example of a hospital or a hotel, the rooms are up in the hundreds, and if you have to create room drawings for each one, you can imagine the time that that's going to take. Now you filter and select your rooms, specify which views are to be created, and you have options with these also with crop offsets, being able to ignore walls shorter than a specified length, and applying a view template. Just like the door drawings, you can create and add them to sheets at the same time. The more rooms you have, the longer this tool takes to work, but it's still saving a huge amount of time that would be needed to do all of this work manually. Similarly, you can speed up the processes of adding coverings to your rooms. You can add floors, walls, and ceilings, specifying the type, offset from the host, and the wall height. You can join these coverings at the corners and choose to ignore columns in the room if you want to as well. This is a smart feature and recognizes the openings created by the doors and the windows and will automatically cut around those. The Curtain Grid Designer provides you with a visual representation in this dialog box of your grid as you start to add both the vertical and the horizontal grids. You can easily specify the distance from the start or the distance between each grid themselves, and then you can choose to repeat the pattern, save you having to add them individually. You can choose to apply just one pattern or both, so either horizontal or vertical or both, and then you can save the pattern for future use. So then you can select an empty curtain wall, open the command, select your saved pattern and click apply. So now with Navigate MEP. Now, one of the biggest challenges for MEP engineers and designers is time spent going from a plan to a section, back to a plan, to model ducting, pipework and conduit. Navigate MEP solved this challenge by providing a comprehensive set of commands, allowing users to remain in a single view and model much easier while still producing accurate results every time. Now there are a number of these tools, but just some of the ones that you can see here in these videos. So we have the Move Connect. Now this allows you to select a run, including the fitting, select the tool itself, click on the run you want to move it to, and align it and connect it to that run all in one go. You have the Bloom tool, which adds a run to an open connector and then redirects that run in any direction just by clicking a button. You have the Align branch. Now there are a few of these, but there's an option to align in 3D, meaning you can stay in the 3D view while you do this. So it aligns one run to another while also maintaining the slope. Now this means that when you use the Trim Extend tool, it will automatically connect. This tool has saved me so much time, and I know how frustrating it can be when pipes just will not connect. Another one is Reroute Under and Over. So again, this is a tool that would have saved me a huge amount of time. You can specify where you are rerouting from and to on the element, the angle and the offset, and it just does it instantly. You can, with your tag settings, you can add and edit them in the one dialog box, and then these can be shared then. So once they're set, they can be shared with the rest of the team, making it much easier to maintain company standards. Now when it comes to electrical, you can add and remove elements to and from circuits. You can merge them and you can copy them into open space without the need of a host. So in doing this, it also just creates a new circuit for you. Then within the panel schedule, you can make any name uppercase just by clicking a button. And with elements like lights or duct fittings, you can use the flip tool and it can flip multiple elements all at once. Now onto the Navigate Zero. So we're all very familiar with the subject of climate change, and with an estimated 40% of solid waste coming from the construction industry and 50% of all global material consumption coming from the building sector, there is a need now to adopt sustainable construction practices. So because of this, Symetri OwnTech have developed Navigate Zero. And this again is an add-in for Revit. And this allows you to make thoughtful material decisions right at the design stage. And this can help minimize the environmental impact of the construction from cradle to grave. It allows you to search for EPDs with a lower CO2 impact, and you can also compare them within Revit itself. Now, that information can then be analysed to see the distribution of that embodied carbon, both by either the category or the material itself within Revit. Now, my colleague Sean O'Dwyer is speaking live at the event on the 7th, and he'll be going into a bit more detail on Navigate Zero, one-click LCA, which is a one-stop carbon and life cycle metric software, and that can also work with Revit. He'll also be talking about CQ Flexmon, which is part of the CQ product suite, and it's a licensing monitoring tool. So this helps to understand license usage within the company and will help to take control of your license portfolio. And that is the end of my talk. So I just want to say thank you very much for listening. And if you want any more information, you can contact us at Symetri Ireland. Thank you very much.